All right, Stephen Key, Andrew Krause, inventRight, teaching, educating, having fun with students for over 15 years, helping them land those deals. That's what we do. Check us out at inventright.com. There, I gave the commercial this time. Okay.
You know, normally do these videos. I'm in my home office. He's in his home office. And when he's here in person, he's so animated.
I know.
It's a little scary.
I know.
I'm like right next to him.
I know.
I feel like he's like a cartoon character or something.
Just about. Okay. You know what's really great? Let me explain what happens at inventRight. We have these great coaches that have licensed ideas. They've been helping students. They understand this 10-step system that we created years and years ago that works. And they take them through steps 1 through 8. And they're fantastic at it. And what happens is 1 through 8, they get their students to start to call companies. Now we push them really hard. So in the first...
And what do we say about that? What do we always say about that? When you make your first call, that's when you're in the game.
Yeah. Other than that, anything else, you're getting to that point. But we try to get our students into the game within 6 weeks, 7 weeks. I call them. I will call you and I'll say, "Are you in the game yet?"
Yeah.
And that's our goal, because once you get in the game, everything changes. So when that happens and they get interest, that's when they notify me.
The coach is the student's main go-to, but Stephen's like the principal calling you up into the office and going, "Hey,
what are you doing?
How's it going?" And most of the time it's very positive.
It's always positive.
Like,
and if it's not,
a small percentage. Well, if people are floundering a little bit.
If it's not, I'm going to find out. Then I bring them back in. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm there to find out, what are you doing? Are you moving forward? I need to know, because if you're struggling, your problem's my problem, our problem, and we got to fix it.
It's just stupid little stuff that people get stuck on. It's like they're stuck on obsessing over a sell sheet or their list of companies or things
they
like
overthink
that.
it.
Overthinking it, yeah.
So we try to move on. But anyway, what happens, the part that I like, once they're in the game and they get a bite, they get a bite. And a company gets interested in it, and sure enough, they're excited. I mean, they are really excited.
Yeah, a little anxious sometimes.
Well, you know, you just don't expect it. But they've called 20, 30 companies, and guess what? They get a bite. They tell their coach. Coach tells myself. I bring in David Fidawa. And that's when we land the deal, Andrew. And what I like about it, if you follow the process of these 10 steps, and especially the first 8, you're doing everything right. Your marketing material looks great, your sell sheet, your one-line benefit statement, your video, you filed the PPA, you made your list of companies, the coach has helped you every step along the way, you're in and you're a professional now. And when that happens, you're gonna get a bite. And that's when it comes to me, and that's the part I like the best. Because the inventor is pulling out their hair. They're nervous. They're excited at the same time because this is the deal. And they're in the game. And David and I are pretty calm about it because we've seen it over and over and over again. And we take our time. Right? Always behind the scenes.
Yeah. Yeah. So like you get an email from a company, Stephen, David, or your coach will say, "Okay, based on this email, this is what you need to say back." You got a phone call 3 days after they sent you an email showing initial interest. And they'll tell you exactly what to say on that phone call. And that's different than a phone call like 2 months afterwards where they've gotten quotes from China, you've had many conversations, emails. And so basically the way I like to put it, Stephen, is that we're basically doing the negotiation for you, but you're the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
So we're telling you what to say. And that's why that's so important. That's what makes our company so unique, is that you felt it, you experienced it. If at that point we just took it over and we said, "Oh, we'll call you, we'll let you know when the deal's done," you wouldn't be empowered to license products the rest of your life.
And I'll tell you what happens. Sometimes we get one of those students that goes rogue on us a little bit.
Yeah.
Starts to answer those emails back right away without
letting us see it.
It's horrible because they start... just because a company asks you for certain things, you just don't give it. Right?
Yeah.
And next thing you know, they're having this dialogue and they're sending them their provisional patent with their application number. You don't do that. Or they're sending things to them and they're saying things they shouldn't be saying. So I tell everybody, just slow it down. Let us help. Because you know what I like about it, Andrew?
Yeah.
All these big companies underestimate the individual.
It's great when they think it's just you. It's a good, very good thing. Not that they're looking to take advantage of you. They're just not, well, no, that's not true. They're just not, They let the guard down. They say things they shouldn't be saying, which gives you the information to collect to better put the deal together later.
You guys, whoever has the most information is going to get the best deal. I like that they think they're dealing with some individual, but what they don't realize, they're dealing with a team that's got 30 years experience. I will guarantee we have more experience than anybody they're going to talk to.
Yeah, I mean, they might have even done like 5, 6, 8, 10 deals. We do, I mean, we have 25 deals in the mix right now, right?
Yeah.
Just right now as of today. And we've been doing this for 15 years. So we've seen every variation, every complaint a company may have. And we can almost predict. We don't really do that because we don't want to tell the student, look, this is exactly how it's going to go.
Yeah, but
we don't know. But you kind of can.
It pretty much.
And it's like, oh, well, you're going to say this, and they'll probably say this, and we're probably going to say this. And it gives you this extreme sense of confidence. Not extreme, but it gives you a sense of confidence.
Well, you know what it is? It's a chess game.
Yeah.
Right? And we played the chess game probably more than anybody else. So when they first send that licensing agreement over, which is, it looks awful, by the way, don't flip out. We know, we're very calm because we know that's the first move. Mm-hmm. We know all the moves. So it's like we're just calm and we just start playing the game behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. They never know we're there, right?
And we got a different mindset. Like even if it's a terrible contract, we're like, well, they send a contract. They want the product. And then students like, oh, but this is terrible. And we're like, well, we're going to change this stuff. And if they don't want to change it, well, then we're going to move on to another company.
We had this one story, and we'll move on real quick. One particular student, he's in a deal. They've been going back and forth for a long time. He's getting really frustrated. I can tell. I said, look, be patient. And finally, they got to this point where they couldn't really work it out. So I said, fine, just tell them right away. Send the contract over. We'll work it out in the contract. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then they sent it.
Good.
And that's where we're really good is with the contracts. I said, look, you can go back and forth forever, but let me have that contract in my hands.
But they're all a little different. And sometimes talking back and forth a little bit's good. And that's where you know, if you haven't done deals before, you don't know.
Yeah, but he got stuck. He got stuck on this rock. And there's no way that this student was going to talk around their little issue. But I knew that we could get around this issue with the language. I knew it. And sure enough, I said, ask. He came in. He got it. He was like, you were right. Of course I'm right. We've been doing this for a long time. All right. There you go. All right. So finish up.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching us. Take care. Keep inventing. Check out inventRight.com. Click on the coaching page and learn more about how Steve and I coach and mentor inventors. There's about, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos on there. We talk in depth about the program and all that, so check that out. And take care. Keep inventing. See ya. Bye.